Well, let me introduce you to the latest acquisition that goes in our stable. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to introduce you to the latest acquisition that has made its way into our stable. This is the Yamaha YDX Pro. And what I'd like to do is just give you an overview. I rode a demo of this, and I rode this one about a mile or so. And so I'm not going to give a review on it yet, but I am going to give you a little bit of an overview and tell you why I selected this one here. All right, so I'm just going to go through real quick, gloss over some of the specs on it. It is Maxxis tires, 2.8 by 27.5 front and back. They're a soft grip tire, so they are off-road, really off-road only, not needing to be on the pavement. But that's where this bike is going to be, is off-road only. It has the Yari, RockShox Yari fork on it, 160 millimeters of travel. That's actually a really good fork that it has. It has a small stealth display that is protected from crashes because of the way it's positioned right here. We'll talk about the display in a little more depth in another video, but I had mentioned that the bells and whistles are on the bike, not on the E. There's actually a lot of bells and whistles on the E on this too, but it's different than what we're kind of used to in our market. It, of course, has a dropper post on it. It has Magura, I believe they are the MT5 4-piston brakes. They say these are 2-finger brakes. I use them as 1 finger. I always use 1 finger on my brakes. That's typically going to be enough unless I'm really descending really big downhills, and I'm not planning on doing a whole lot of that. It has a dual twin frame. Yamaha has built this frame themselves, and this kind of goes to their dirt bikes, the YZ lineup, that they try to centralize the mass on this, and that brings everything closer to the center right there. The battery is a dual twin frame as well. You know, we all know when you chop out part of that hollow piece of metal down there and place a battery in there, you've now compromised the strength of that. Well, that's not an issue on this one right here. We'll get more into that. Again, Yamaha's frame, this is all their custom linkage, and in their off-road racing world or motocross racing world, they know what they're doing with linkage. So I found the suspension on this to be really good. The back suspension is the RockShox Double Select Plus. We have a Shimano 11-speed on this particular bike right here. I will get into what the derailleur is, but it's a well-spec derailleur that, you know, these bikes, they say in the mountain bike world, these are entry level, but we're talking entry level to go into competitions with. So that's just a quick overview. Oh, it has their own motor as well. Yamaha makes the motor. This is the PWX2. I think this is going to be sufficient for my world. Well, what is my world? Well, I do off-road. I like to do it well. I'm not trying to do it crazy. What else is my world? Well, you're hearing it right here first. After 4 decades, next June, I will be on the starting line of a Grand National Cross Country Series. It's been 4 decades since I've been there, and I am going to make my return on this bike. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can see that, because that might be a lot of fun for you. Yamaha also makes an 07, and that is their latest model of this bike right here. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of the differences, and then I'll tell you why I selected this bike instead of the 07. It has 2.6 tires in lieu of the 2.8. I prefer the 2.8s or the 2.6s, but this is a consumable. It'll be changed out. It's the same rims on each bike, so I know the 2.6s will fit on this bike as well. Of course, they are 27.5 inch tires. It has a RockShox Lyric front fork on it. That is a more expensive fork than the Yari is. From my research, it is not really a tremendous difference in it, but it is a bit more of an expensive fork on there. That was a wash. I wasn't concerned about that. It has a 12-speed in lieu of the 11-speed on this one. I believe the derailleurs and the shifters are very comparable. I would have to do a little bit more research on that, but I think they're pretty comparable. It has a different dropper seat post that is a little bit longer than this one. I would have preferred the 07's dropper post on there, that is for sure. And it has the PWX3 motor. That's their latest generation. It has 5 Newton meters more torque, and it weighs, I think it's a pound less. I'm not sure if I would have preferred that or not. When you got more power, you may lose efficiency, possibly because they upgraded it, they've increased efficiency. So I'm going to call that a wash because I think this is efficient enough for me. So why did I pick this one? I would have loved to have had the lighter battery in there, or the lighter motor. Also, the display on the 07 is not as informative as the display on the Moro is. That I really liked this display better, but that wouldn't be a deciding factor for me. What was a deciding factor? Well, I was able to get this one quicker than I was able to get the 07. So I selected this one because I think it's going to be plenty sufficient for me in my world. So that's what I've done. Also, I did get a free battery with this, or I will be getting a free battery with this. Yamaha's going to send me a free battery. And the Moro Pro is, I think, about $300 less. Let's talk about price on these. These are going for, I think, $2,200 right now for the Pro, and I think it's maybe 25 something for the 07. I might be a little bit off on them prices, but it's a ridiculous amount of a sale. I spoke with LoJack Cycles in Tarentum, Pennsylvania. They were my sponsor at one time. No, they don't know me. They didn't. Well, hey, Blaine, you know, what's been going on? What have you been doing? No. I called him up and I asked him about that, and he told me he felt like Yamaha, by talking to Yamaha, because they are a Yamaha dealer still, or now, they're wanting to get a bigger piece of this e-bike market because it is a growing market. So they want to get their bikes out there and get them seen. That's why they're doing that. I have also seen where Yamaha has come out with some really new technology for e-bikes. That could have a factor in it as well. This bike has been, up until the past several months, $5,400. The 07 was $6,300, I believe it is. And so they have dropped them prices drastically. They are giving you a free battery with it. And there is a 5-year warranty on the motor, the frame, and the battery. And this motor can be serviced. So, I mean, that is a deal that just cannot be beat no matter what you do. So stick around to see what all we're doing with this bike. Like I said, this is going to be my off-road bike. You'll see it from time to time when I strap the camera on when I go off-roading, but I will definitely take you guys along with me when I head up to the GNCC next year. That I'm real excited about. Yeah, check it out on Yamaha.com. Maybe it'll be for you. And stick around, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see if we can give you a full review on this. I got to get it out on some actual good mountain biking areas, and we'll let you know everything about it. So, till that next one, hey, Southern E-Biking telling you, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.